Welcome to the Holist Talk, where we treat the whole person and not a hole in a person. Today we're going to go over the instructions for Genova Diagnostics Metabolomics Kit. As always, I recommend you empty the contents of the entire box, and as I'm emptying it out, I'll show you what we're getting. You see a foam box, and we're emptying all the contents over here. We get this whole foam box in here, and I'm going to put the container on the side. Always empty out everything from the box so that everything is out there. So now it is completely empty. And here we're going to actually first always organize these contents. So this is the foam box. This we will put on the side. You don't need it right now, but this is the last thing you need before you ship out all the materials, samples. And so this is the mailer, and this is the FedEx billable stamp. This is the instruction sheet. Put it over here. This is the ice block. And these are the stickers labeled that go on all the collection tubes. This is for the urine. This is for the blood spot. And this is the cheek swab. And this is just some information about registering online, which we typically do for you, and then shipping instructions. So this is all. These are all the contents of the box. So let's first, like I always said, that always go to the instruction sheet, read it at least 3 times. First time is you're a little clueless. Second time, a little better, and the third time is a charm. So, and of course, you put your information over here, date of birth and the date of collection. And this is connected to your order that we've placed for you. And once you get the activation code, you will actually put the activation code over here. Typically, we'll put it out for you so that you don't have to do any guesswork. And eventually, this will go inside the box also, and all these stickers will be affixed on all the individual tubes. And I always recommend that since we give you quite a few kits, always write the name of which ice block which belongs to. So in this case, this is Genova. So I will just write Genova on top of it so that I know this ice block belongs to Genova. So I've written that over there. And I put that in the freezer as soon as I get home so that you don't have to worry about an unfrozen ice block right at the 11th hour. And I will put this ice block back in here once it is frozen so that once it is about to be shipped, it's right there. But for the instruction, I'm going to put on the side. Let's get to the collection tubes. We first get to the urine sample. And I'm going to put this on the side. We will provide you with the urine collection cups, at least 2 of them, and I'll show you how you can use both of them. So when you wake up first in the morning, you go and collect your urine sample. If you wake up anytime after 4 o'clock, that urine sample can also be used, and you collect all of them in the same container and eventually put them in this container. This is the pipette with which you're going to actually pipette out the urine. And I recommend that you, with the second container, you put them all vertically like this. And you're going to affix all these labels onto all these tubes. And you'll also write the date of collection. And then, of course, you'll take the urine and you will put one at a time in all these tubes. And you're going to make sure that the urine is not above the top line. And because if you do, it's going to liquid actually expands when actually it freezes. So we don't want it to explode. And so you're going to fill all these with urine sample and don't go above a certain line so that it just, bursts open. You're going to freeze them vertically also, because if you freeze them horizontally also, the urine can expand and explode the box. So they will be, so the second container is actually used to freeze these urine samples. So, and once it is frozen for at least 24 hours, these tubes will go back inside this biohazard bag with the desiccant paper like this. And of course, we will then close this when it's time ready to be shipped. This should be done right when it's time to be shipped. Now let's get to the second step, which is the cheek swab. Again, we will affix one of these labels onto this cheek swab envelope. As you can tell that this is, it has two Q-tips in it. You're going to open this up, and there'll be two Q-tips inside. You take the Q-tip and rub from the inside of your mouth rigorously for about 30 seconds, and then leave the Q-tip to dry on some surface where it will not move. It'll like air dry for 15 minutes like this, and so it'll dry up. And when it says dry, you put it back inside this envelope again, in this, and then it'll go eventually inside this envelope, and you'll seal it and make sure that the label is over here. One of these labels is right over here. And now it is ready to be shipped. And then the last bit of this is the blood spot. Again, you see the biohazard bag. And you have the alcohol pad. And you have these two lancets. And this is the blood spot collection sheet. As always, you will again take one of these labels and affix it over here. And so what you'll basically do, you will clean the tip of the finger with the one of the alcohol pad. You'll massage the finger, and so that the blood can come over here, and then you will take this lancet and you'll push it against the tip of your finger. It'll deploy the lancet, and it'll poke, a little hole inside your finger, and you'll be able to get out the blood. And the blood, you can actually then go ahead and put your finger over here and allow the blood to get absorbed in this blotting paper. It should actually look like this and not like this and not like this. And allow this to dry for at least 24 hours. And once it's dry, close it, and then it will go inside this biohazard bag. I also encourage that you put the swab also inside this thing so that it stays dry. Now all these samples are, once they're ready to be sent out, I always recommend that never forget the desiccant paper. And once it is ready to be shipped out, you're going to put them in this collection box. This will go inside this, the urine, because it needs to be frozen, so it will go inside this box. And of course, this sticker with the activation code will be left over here, stuck over here. And now we will put this inside this box. And this will go on the side because we don't want to get wet. So we'll put on the side, and then we'll close it. And now this is going to go inside this FedEx mailer. And we will basically affix this onto this. And you can see it says Saturday delivery, which means even if you, and it's an overnight, first priority overnight. So it means even if you collected on, say, Friday morning, and you dropped it at FedEx before the last pickup time, and we recommend you always do before 3 o'clock, that it's shipped out that very night and will arrive there on Saturday morning. We typically recommend that you don't wait till the last day of the week, but you try to ship it during the weekdays so that there is maximum number of team members at the lab site to be able to receive the sample. So that takes care of all the instructions for Genova Diagnostics Metabolomics. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this helps.